Hey guys, it's MazeMan112, and today what I'm bringing you guys is some crazy gameplay, what I'm going to go ahead and call a world record, 148 in 10, and this is in the multi-team, so this is not ground war, it is not demolition, and he is playing solo. It is a freaking crazy gameplay, so go ahead and enjoy that. This gameplay is by Tryhard Matrix. He's from the Tryhard Nation clan. He's also from the YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below. This video will also be posted there. Go ahead and check it out. These guys, they post nothing but 100 plus kill KD or 100 plus kill games all day. They're very exciting. Lots of these guys, so make sure you go ahead and check out Tryhard Nation. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is dive into a little bit of how you can go ahead and try to replicate this type of game and, a little bit into the mindset of the tactician behind the sticks. So let's go ahead and do that. The first thing, when I was talking to him about this gameplay, was bringing up what kind of gun setup, what are you running, and what do you really prefer, and really why. And what he's telling me was the PDW is his gun of choice. He likes the PDW because the PDW has the longest clip, or the biggest clip size out of all the SMGs. And he finds himself in a situation where he's trying to maximize how many opponents he's against. So when you have two, the clip size really is an issue, but when you run into 3, 4, or 5 enemies at the same time, you can't be reloading. And that's why he said he loves the size of the clip and the PDW. With 50 mags to start out with, you go ahead and throw extended mags on it. Now you have 65 mags in a round. That is a substantial amount of bullets. That's almost LMG level. And what he always does is run a silencer with Ghost. I know a lot of you guys might go ahead and, oh, I can't believe you're running Ghost, but all the big guys I've talked to so far, the guys who are putting out the 100 plus kill games, at a regular basis, all run Ghost. They all run silencer. And the reason behind it is that Black Ops 2 maps tend to be smaller than we're normally used to. A medium-sized map in Black Ops 2 was normally a small map before in the previous Black Ops or previous Call of Duties. So it makes it extremely difficult to be able to go ahead and work your way, work your reloads, work your health regenerations within that small confines when you're always on the map. So these guys, they love to do it because they no longer show up in that mini-map. And nowadays, players are getting smarter and smarter of how to read this mini-map and how to understand not only where the enemy is coming from, where they're spawning from, and where the team needs them just from this mini-map. And when you don't show up on it, they're not accounting for you, which is almost better for them than them not knowing where you are at all, because they can check the mini-map and say, oh, it's clear, and they go that way, and it's really not clear, and it really pays off to your benefits. So, I mean, like I said, I did a video earlier talking about Optic. Scumpy does the same thing. He says you have to run, Ghost in this one, and he's a competitive gamer. If you guys don't know who he is, he's with Optic Gaming, and one of the best players in the world, and he says you have to run Ghost, you have to run Silencer if you want to get a 100 plus kill game. It's the only way to do it. People see that dot on the mini map and they run to it, they say let's go kill him, and you have yourself a big issue. Another thing that he does is, notice he kind of works the outside of the map. A lot of Slayers do this. They work the outside of the map and kind of let I'll take care of the kills, I'll lighten off the workload on you, go ahead and hold down the hard point. And on this one, you only need one person in there for your team to be getting it, and you really don't get a ton of kills for holding it. I mean, it's not like headquarters where it's constantly popping up. But he says this is the best setup to get 100 KD games, is he's loving the multi-team, and he runs it solo, which I kind of found interesting that he was able to pull off this type of gameplay without any kind of information from his team on player location, spawn location, or anything like that, just going purely off himself. And me myself, I do like to run solo. I don't do it a ton. Sometimes I run with a couple of friends, and it really helps to have that communication, that constant feedback of knowing where their spawns are at, where they need help at, and what you really can do to go ahead and help out with that. With that being said, notice how there's a couple times where he gets himself where he has a long line of sight, such as right here, where he can see these windows across, and you can see that I have a submachine gun. This is not a good location for me, and he backs out of it. That is crucial understanding when you are outgunned, when the situation that you are currently in is just not the situation that you should be in, and the best thing to do is go ahead and back out of that and reassess the situation and get yourself into a better spot to go ahead and start this engagement. And as you can see, what he's doing right now is another very crucial thing. He's not rushing the pace. He has his swarm up in the air and his canines out at the same time. And what he's doing is let your score streaks go ahead and build up towards your next score streak. And this was really crucial in the early Modern Warfares or the early Call of Duties, was to get your kill streaks to roll over, and that's how you got these crazy gameplays, because your stealth chopper, your chopper gunner, or your chopper in Modern Warfare would help roll over. So it was key not to get killed after you called that in, because you could get one after another, and it's the same exact principle. It's on a much larger scale, but being patient after you go ahead and get that kill streak is key to getting them to roll over and to get these crazy, KD games like this. And notice how he always has something set up between him and the long lines of sights, and most of the time. Even when he's running, it might seem like he's just running nonchalantly, that he's running without, with just pure abandon, just recklessness, but he's not. He's got an idea of where they're coming from, and he's trying to put an object between them and him. Whether or not it's just, decreasing the line of sight they could actually shoot him on, and setting himself up for what could be next in the line. Make sure that when you do this, you always know what the fastest escape route that you can have. This is something that he does very well, and this is something that really sets apart the, pretty good YouTubers and the pretty good Call of Duty players with the greats, is that they understand that, I'm hurt, I need to reload, I need a way to get out of this gunfight, the situation is not going the way I need it to. What is the best way to do this? How can I go ahead and back out of this and have cover at the same time so I don't get that death? We've all had a ton of times where you're in a situation, you just, killed 3 of them, you killed 4 of them, you have no ammo, you're really, really hurt, and you just need to get out of there to reload for a second, to recoup for a second, and this is where you get killed, and it just ruins that whole entire, life. It stops you from, one short of a kill streak or a score streak, and that is a situation that he really avoids by learning out how to back out like this. Even when he is, going out here navigating in the middle of the map, he's still using the cars and the tank to his best advantage, and also that little statue to go ahead and minimize what kind of lines of sight are on him. This is crucial, understanding where you're at visually for the other opponents inside the map. Another thing that you see that he does really well is he understands the spawn logic in the game. As you can see, there's numerous occasions where you will see he just completely turns around, away from his teammates, and will work towards another side of the map, and all of a sudden you'll just see that, there's 2 guys right there. And this is because he understands that, okay, I have guys on my team here, the hard point is here. The computer is going to go ahead and say that the best spots for these people to spawn is going to be in this general vicinity. I should go there and get ready to go ahead and aim down my sight and, go ahead and put some shots on target. And this is the thing that a lot of, the professional gamers, they really understand. It is that next step of gaming in the process, is understanding the algorithms behind it to understand where these people are going to be, so I can go ahead and work that way there, or not even work your way there, but understand that that's where they're going to be coming from, so I'm not surprised on that. And once you go ahead and you understand the spawn logic, then you can go ahead and know where all the traffic flow is going to be, and this is crucial to getting the amount of bodies that you need in order to get a 100 kill game. A lot of people go through an entire match and they don't see 100 bodies, so they cannot get 100 kills. Once you understand the spawn points and where the funnel points are going to be, you can go ahead and focus your attention there and really be able to pile up the kills. One thing that I found very interesting that I was unable to go ahead and talk to Tryhard Matrix about was the fact that he doesn't use a lot of frags, and he doesn't use a lot of stuns or concussions or anything like that. You really don't ever see him throw anything like that. And my question would have been was, he does run a couple extra perks, and I wonder if he needs those points in order to be able to run those extra perks, or if he does this because he doesn't like having to take away time that he could be down his sights. You guys all have the stories of, I'm throwing a frag, I'm throwing a stun grenade, and that's when they shot me. Or, I had just thrown it and I couldn't get to my gun fast enough. I wonder if that's the reasoning behind it, and how he's not caught with his pants down, so to speak, or if it's just, kind of a consequence that, a good consequence that happens because he needs those spots for the extra perks. Let me know what your guys' best kills are. Let me know, what you guys prefer to run. And let me know if you guys are able to get some crazy gameplays like this, or find another gameplay that is higher kill count in a multiplayer, or multi-team, because I have not seen anything like that. I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you, Tryhard Nation, for giving me a little shout out to let me go ahead and try doing this for you guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out both of our channels. They are down in the description below. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.